So before I really dig deep into it, I wanted to have a chat with you guys in regards to your relationship with ChatGPT. Is it something that you use frequently? Is it something that you're building your business with? What's your comfort level in regards to prompting? Is it something that comes easy? Is it a challenge? So if you wouldn't mind, you can either raise your hand or type in the chat. What is your relationship with prompting in ChatGPT? Okay, Samilla.
Hi, good afternoon. Um, I would say I'm getting a little bit better at prompting. I've been like so crazy busy, so I haven't had time to just like really sit with it. But when I do have time to just kind of throw different prompts in there and change it to make it be something else other than the basic prompt, I'm getting a little bit better with that.
Okay.
Um, And then just from watching other people's lives and, recorded videos and stuff, uh, certain phrases will kind of like pop into my head. And I'm like, oh, let me use this word instead of that word. So I guess I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with it.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, like, it just moves so fast, and I'm trying so hard to try to keep up and not make myself completely crazy.
Understand.
But
Understand.
yeah, I would say that I probably bounce in and out of probably ChatGPT and Mid Journey maybe one or two times a day, especially if I'm working on a project and I want to use my own graphics, then
Okay.
I'll go in and play around and see what I can come up with.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I guess I'm getting a little bit better now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I
Good.
should have turned on my camera. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, practice definitely helps. It definitely aids your relationship with ChatGPT. You know, just like public speaking. I'll be honest with you guys. Right now, I'm a little nervous, being transparent, but I'm talking about something that I enjoy. So with ChatGPT and Midjourney, if those are the tools that you use and choose to use, I want you to get comfortable having a conversation with them. Learning how to talk to those tools and basically saying the words that ultimately get you the images or the idea that you are trying to work with. Miss Clarette, you have your hand raised. You could go ahead.
Oh, hi. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you well.
Okay. I'm trying to get the dog settled before I put my video and everything on. But I'm pretty good with it as far as getting the information. Sometimes I'm not aware of how to get different things. So I just ask the chat,
Mhm.
how to do it and what to do it. So I'm fairly comfortable with it. I'm like everybody else. I felt intimidated at first, but the more I'm in it, it's good.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
thanks for the class.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And Kelly, I saw you slide that hand back down. You had a question or had a comment you like to mention? Okay. She might have stepped away.
Sorry, I put my hand down because my son woke up. He didn't know I
Oh,
was
it's
going to be
fine.
back, so I'm out here running down the steps. But
It's okay.
what I was going to say was, I am comfortable with it all. Even comfortable with prompting now.
Okay.
Um, I use it every day. I was telling your mom we were in a group together, and I was telling her like I was trying to figure out my QR code situation, right? Because I had made it a long time ago, and I was like, well, me and Chat just had a whole conversation about, well, how can I find the original source because I couldn't find it to change the redirection of my QR code. So
Mhm.
like I go to ChatGPT like I would go to Google.
Okay,
I don't really like use Google anymore. I use ChatGPT.
gotcha.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Were you able to get the QR code situation figured out?
It's still a work in progress.
Okay, I'll give you a
I'm
little.
gonna have to figure out another way because I think because the way it's either static or dynamic, and if you can change the redirection if it's a dynamic one, and I
Mhm.
think the dynamic ones is the ones that you pay for or pay like monthly for, and I know I'm not paying for a QR code, so I'm
I have a
figuring out
question
how
for
to.
you, real
Yeah, go
quick.
ahead.
Do you
Uh-huh.
use Canva?
I do, and I know you can make one
I'm gonna show
there,
you.
and I might have made it in Canva. I don't. I still have to look that up. But go
Okay,
ahead.
but I'm gonna show you really quick.
Okay.
Um, we're gonna go into Canva and create a design,
Okay.
right? Now, I'll go to custom size, just 500 by 500, nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have Canva Pro, you actually have access to the extra apps and things and the bonuses that
Right.
Canva has basically uploaded on their interface. So there is actually an app in the app sections on the left side of your screen. And if you click on that, go up into the search, type in QR code. They actually give you apps that you can generate new QR codes. So if you redirect or get a new web address or anything like that, it's easy for you to update your QR code. And you don't have to pay for it because it's already in a membership. So this QR code that you see over my shoulder on this side or that side, either way. The one that you see over my shoulder, I actually generated that in Canva. Okay, so I'll go and click me QR generator. And here are the apps to generate your own QR code. So I'll click the basic one. Now it'll ask you for the URL address. So say for instance, I want to create a QR code for the presentation that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I'm going to highlight that URL, go back over to Canva and paste it in. Next, I'm going to generate code. There goes your brand new QR code. You can slap that on whatever product, whatever video you want, but now it will direct you to whatever URL address that you place in there. That's where it's going to take you. So say for instance, oh, there was a typo or something in the QR code. It's as simple as going back in here, deleting it altogether. And then say for instance, I want to do a different URL. Control C, Control V, generate, and you can just keep on going.
Now, seeing you do that, I might have created this one in Canva, which means I could probably change it because I don't remember if you can see on my background, like I have my logo inside of my QR code.
Mm-hmm.
And the other ones that I've looked at that I've possibly used in the past, I don't think it had that offered. So I'm gonna have to go back and see if I still like have. Well, I don't know if it'll be the project opened or I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. But it might have been in Canva when I made it. But it was a year ago, so I don't remember. And then
Understand?
like I don't want to like change my QR code per se because my QR code, I have it on physical stuff
Okay.
and it's already printed, right? So all I want to do is just change the URL to where it redirects to. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
And I
That's
don't
more,
know.
that would be more of a back end rather than
Yeah,
the QR code
right.
per se.
Exactly. Exactly.
Gotcha.
So that's why me and Chatty was having a whole conversation.
Got it. Got it. But yeah. For everyone, that's a really quick way. If you want to take and add your QR code for your business or your website or anything to your product, and you're familiar with Canva, this is a really quick and easy way that you can go in, generate it, and do all that good stuff. So, Kelly, thank you. And thank you for everyone that hopped on the mic. I really appreciate it. All right. So, with ChatGPT, I know prompting, like I said, it takes practice, right? It takes you getting used to a system because this is brand new. Um, this is something that we all have a learning curve. Now, one thing that I like to compare ChatGPT to for my own personal experience is writing a paper. You know, if you have written a research paper, any type of descriptive writing, that's the type of writing you're going to be using in ChatGPT. And when it comes to that, speak to it and chat to it the way that you would normally talk. In order for you to get comfortable with the system, you have to approach it from a way that makes you comfortable. Okay. So with this, I am going to go over understanding the capabilities of a prompt and just looking at what it entails. So this is actually lesson 2. Lesson 1 is in the group, the Harmony Divine Design art group, tongue twister at times. And with that, you can go back and review it. I'll also drop it in the chat. But that video discussed what exactly is ChatGPT. And we looked at what the system is as a whole. Why does it operate off of a prompt? And since it does, what exactly is it? What is a prompt? So this presentation was basically written with ChatGPT because I wanted the system to tell me, what are you? How do you exist? What is the workings behind you? So it wrote to me, a prompt is an instruction provided to inspire or guide creative work, such as writing, artwork, or problem solving. In the context of art, a prompt typically consists of a written description or idea that prompts an artist to create a piece of artwork based on that description. So in this regard, I'm talking to ChatGPT on how do we utilize it to create an image? How do we use our wording to create those beautiful pieces of art that we're doing, with the poses and the models, the backgrounds. So with that, ChatGPT, even though we use it for art, it actually can do a plethora of things. Another way that I use ChatGPT is also for my business. So I use it to help me with my marketing and things like that. So when Kelly stated that she uses it more than she uses Google, I can understand why, because it does relay that information back to you rather quickly and on a level in which you understand and which you can comprehend. We Google things and it gives us 1,000 finds, but sometimes even that takes a little digging through. And with ChatGPT, it's a conversation. So if it spits an answer out or an image out that you don't like, you can say no, change it. A base of a prompt is the basic of sentence structure. So you have your subject and you have your predicate, which is your topic that you're talking about. When you're talking to ChatGPT, a way that I personally do it is I talk to them like I would speak to you. So if I wanted you to do something for me, if I was asking you for a favor, please create an image of an African American woman sitting mesmerized in a library looking at a book. That's how I would describe something to someone. It's not necessarily the words, it's the wording, it's the rhythm. So when it comes to your prompting, I want you guys to really start talking to the system like you would to a person. Now, the next part of the presentation says, did you know there are multiple prompt types that ChatGPT can render? And these are the different types. So you have a character design. Now, your character design is a description of a unique character or for a story or illustration. That's if you're building on your character. Your setting description, that's also your background. Describe a vivid scene or setting for a story, painting, or digital artwork. Fantasy world building. Build a detailed world with fantastical elements. So I wanted you to see the different, not just the fact that it can generate art, but the different types of art. Because the more you know of its capabilities, the broader you can open up your conversation with the system, right? So if you don't know someone can do something, you're not going to talk about that particular topic. You know, you guys all came in today to talk about prompting. If I was talking about shoes, it wouldn't correlate. So as we learn all of the intricacies that the system can do, prompting will become broader and a little bit easier because now you know I want you to do exactly this. I want it to look a specific way. I want the consistency there. And that comes again with practice and continuing your journey with ChatGPT. And these are some more artwork types that it can generate: landscapes, historical fiction, creature concept art. So if you're someone that say is working on a book and you want to create little creatures or little monsters in your book, ChatGPT has the ability to do that. Character interaction, describe a scene depicting interaction between two or more characters. So of course, the pictures of people in conversations, teachers in front of students showing interaction and engagement. You know, these are the types of prompts and artwork that ChatGPT can render. And it keeps on going. So your mood, atmosphere, symbolism, abstract art, storyboarding, portrait, landscape, and still life. You know, I'm actually going to give this PowerPoint to you guys because I know it's a lot to go over and I really don't want to go over too much with time, but I want to give you guys an idea of the different things that you can work to expand your art and to expand your ability of prompting within the system. So what are the components of a prompt? All right. So what are the components of the prompt? Again, I asked ChatGPT, what is it that you're actually looking for when it comes to a prompt? You know, I need for you to tell me how do you expect me to talk to you? What are the needed pieces of information that you need to help this relationship in creating what I need you to create? So the first is a description or idea. A prompt often includes a description of a scene, character, concept that serves as the basis for the artwork. The description can be detailed or open-ended depending on the desired outcome. So if you want ChatGPT to give you an image of a princess at a castle, that is a description. Now, if you want to say, I want the princess to be wearing a purple gown with a crown of sapphire and rubies, the grass is sparkling as she stands, that's more descriptive. So the more description that you give to in your prompt, the lower it has to just say to guess what you're looking for. So if you want a woman in a red dress sitting on a bar stool, that's exactly what you put in your prompt. If you are uncertain and you want chat to help you out because you're uncertain of an idea, that's when you would use more of an open-ended language with the system. The next is guidance or direction. A prompt provides guidance or direction to the artist, helping them focus their creativity and generate ideas for their artwork. It may suggest specific elements to include, techniques to explore, or emotions to evoke. Now, this assists with the expression that you see on our model's faces, or even the direction that you want your image to go in. So, say for instance, you're creating an image, but you don't have any models in it. You can still be descriptive of the atmosphere you want the picture to evoke, right? So, say you want it to look mysterious, so you want a little bit more darkness in your picture. Um, so you would get a little bit more darkness in your picture. If you are doing a serene, meditative beach scene, the emotions that you would, and the words that you would use to describe that would be completely different. So when it comes to prompting, again, that goes into those details, right? We want to be a little bit more specific when we're looking for a desired result. Inspiration. A prompt is designed to inspire the artist and spark their imagination. It can come in many forms, including visual imagery, written scenarios, philosophical questions, or abstract concepts. So, in regards to inspiration, it really depends on what you're working on. For me, say for instance, I see a picture that inspires me, right? We all love art, we all love pieces that just talk to us, especially in our group. So I would use that as inspiration. You know, I would put it in chat and say, hey, can you help me create a prompt for this? And then whatever I would want to amend, that's what I would amend. And as we all know, even though you start with one thing as inspiration, your result can be something completely different. But it's good to know that the system can actually help you in bringing your vision to life by uploading a picture that is a part of your inspiration in creating your next project. Flexibility. While a prompt provides a starting point for the artwork, it should also allow room for interpretation and creative expression. Artists may choose to interpret the prompt in their own unique way, resulting in diverse and original artwork. Again, that goes back to what I was just saying in regards to the flexibility of the system. So, if you're looking at the color red from an artist's perspective, we all know there are multiple shades of red. You have crimson, you have a little bit more burgundy, which has some purple in it. You have scarlet, you have fire, all different shades of red. And that's pretty much how ChatGPT interprets the prompts. Even though it says one word, there's multiple ways that it can interpret it in the system, just like messages from people. And even this class, you know, you're all here, but the message that you received or the gems that you receive, it's part of your own journey. So ChatGPT works similar, where you can tell it to do one thing, and sometimes it does a mind of its own. and creates some really wonky things. Um, so next is challenge or goal. In some cases, a prompt may include a specific challenge or goal for the artist to achieve. This could involve experimenting with new techniques, exploring unfamiliar subject matter, or conveying a particular mood or message. So That goes with trying out new art styles, right? Trying out different type of models, different backgrounds, different surroundings, really allowing your imagination to soar. So I know that was a lot of information all at one time in regards to the components of a prompt. Does anybody have any questions in regards to that? Feel free to raise your hand or you can go ahead and drop them in the chat. All good? Right. So next we'll discuss prompt elements. So did you know that when creating a prompt, there are 3 elements that you can highlight to assist you in achieving your vision for your art? The first is patterns. So say for instance, you know of a particular pattern name or style of a pattern that you want in your art to add texture to it. You can actually include that within your prompt. Again, that's part of you being specific and descriptive in your writing. Themes. When creating a prompt, give it a theme. A theme can be as simple as nature landscapes or identity and self-expression. So, you know how we get the light bulb in our head of a theme, right? I want to do a journal based on motivation. And then all of a sudden, we sit in front of the computer and we fizzle out. It's just like, I have this idea. Now, how can I convey it? When you give ChatGPT a theme, it will actually further assist you and ask you questions on what it is you want to create. So if you come on ChatGPT and say, hey, I have an idea for a journal, this is the theme, can you help me out with images? ChatGPT will provide to you samples. And from there, you can continue to build. One thing I love about this system, it does help you with inspiration when you ask it to. Okay. So I don't want you guys to get stuck. You have this brilliant idea for a journal, you have this brilliant idea for a calendar, planner, etc. And then you get in front of the screen and then it's like, okay, so what do I say? Tell the system your idea, right? Let it out of your head into ChatGPT. Hey, I have an idea for this project. Can you help me with the art? And then follow along. You know, it's really in regards to your comfort level. Don't let the quote unquote system intimidate you. You're the one starting this conversation, you're the one doing it, you know. And as your relationship builds with ChatGPT, you'll actually be surprised at some of the things that you can whip together in seconds. I'll speak that highly on T because she can do some of the things in ChatGPT. I don't even know how she comes up with some of this stuff. But her art is like, whoo. So I'll stay in my lane. I'm strategic. I'm creative to a degree. Um, Stylistic elements. This includes how you want your image to portray. Do you want high contrast? So basically, do you want your colors to pop off the screen? Or do you want it to feel a little muted? Do you want your model to be the one, you know, in high color and the rest muted? Bryce Miller, when she posting prompt of the day, I can't. I just be like, okay, mom. Okay.
Exactly. Sometimes I just sit and stare at it. Like, what else can you do, right?
Right. I was just like, it's, you know what? I look at everyone's art and it's just amazing to me. The things and the images that you guys create and come up with, like, we just need a, it's like a gallery should just be there just for everybody. Just boop, there we go. Because I mean, the work is incredible and the level of passion that goes behind creating those images, like it shows. It shows. You know, some people might say their negative things about ChatGPT and AI art, but I can say from being in this space and in this forum, they can say what they want, but I bet you can't do that because I know with some things I can't. So just to see, you know, literally our imaginations out there, it's incredible.
And
It's,
Miss Linda and over here hiding. Yeah, that's another one who can kill some pictures with some prompts.
oh, Miss Linda. Oh, yes. Yes, ma'am.
I'm like, okay, I want to be like her when I grow up.
Yes, Miss Linda, Eric, each and every one of you, each and every one of you, I've, you know, in passing, I have seen your art and the things that you guys have done and worked on. And it's awesome. It's really awesome. This space is so unique and it's unlike any other that I have personally seen in my years. And to be amongst people that are creative, that are like-minded and just free to express themselves and be themselves, and to have ChatGPT to have, you know, be able to provide that platform for us. Because some of us, you know, some may be wonderful hand-drawn artists. And then some may be like me. I will do a tracer in a second. I'm not ashamed of that, but I can color my butt off, you know, but freehand drawing, it's not my strength. But ChatGPT created a platform for all of us to just show a side of ourselves that has been there for a really, really long time. That's now we're able to express. And so learning how to talk to that system to get it to show what it is that you feel, what it is that you're trying to convey, you know, this one little portion helps. I'm all for it. Because I can't wait to see what you guys create. But off my soapbox, anybody would like to hop on a mic or have anything they would like to say or add? All right. We good? Let me know you guys are still out there in the way. Go ahead and give me a one in the chat if you guys ready to move on to the next part.
I'm awake. I think we
Yeah,
all
I am wide
awake.
awake. Yeah, wide awake. We're here. No,
Okay.
you're doing a great job. You're
Thank
doing a
you.
great job. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, just had to make sure y'all were still there.
That look good.
Yeah. I think you're
That look
just
good. Where'd you get
confirming
that?
a lot of things. You know, that's why I'm just thinking, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Okay. Thank you. Well, we can go in this though.
Awesome. Awesome.
Nope. You can come out of it though.
All right. All right. So let's keep on moving. So, time to practice. So, one thing that I like to do is definitely practice. Um, just practice with the different art styles, practice even with themes that, you know, I might not necessarily render for my business or in my day to day, but it's good to just know that the system is capable of creating these things, right? You know, so who's to say one day you might not get an inspiration to do a whole Little Mermaid theme for a journal or for a children's book or something like that. It's good to know that the system can create it. So go ahead and you can definitely take a screenshot of this and run these through ChatGPT. I would love for you to share them in our Harmony Divine Design art just to see what you guys rendered. I think it would be really fun. And of course, add your twist onto it. So let me know.
Just drop them in the chat.
I'll do that also, but I have the PowerPoint on, so it'll knock me out. But I'll drop them in the chat also. And then I think there's another set as well. Oh no, that is the last slide. So let me go ahead and I will copy and paste this and put this in the chat. So, any questions, any comments while I go ahead and get this together? Go ahead and hop on the mic. All right. So the prompt samples are now in the chat, so you guys feel free to copy that and definitely add your spin and twist on it. You know, if you are a type of person, but yeah, if you're the type of person that really enjoys just trying out a system, seeing how it works, testing the limits of it, or even if you want to expand on your art, you know, maybe you might be at a point where you might feel like you're a little bit in a rut and you might need some inspiration. You know, go ahead, throw these prompts in ChatGPT, and you may be surprised what you come up with. You know, just go ahead and give that leap. So that is really all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to hop on a mic or, you know, we could go ahead.
Where would you go, or where is a good source? Uh, where I have my difficulties is like I like coloring pages, but like I don't always want to do coloring pages. So I struggle with like different themes. You know, I see people and their art, and I just wonder how did they get that idea? Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things like
So
that. That's where I get like, duh.
I completely understand. So, Miss Clara, I want to call you Miss Clarabelle so much because it just goes so pretty together. But Miss Clara, um, let me go ahead and share my screen with you.
Okay.
Quick.
I'm back upstairs, so I can I'm in the room where I could be. My kitchen was a mess.
Okay. So let's go ahead and go into ChatGPT. So, for instance, do you have an idea of something you might like to create now?
Yes. Like right now, I'm thinking about it will be time for kids to go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my friends, she has a nonprofit. So like last year, I donated. We put scrapbooking paper on some of the composition books, you
Okay.
know, and then we donated those. So I still have lots of them. So I was thinking about putting some little images,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just fix that up, do come up with the design in a Canva, and then just, you know, cut it out on the Cricut and then just paste it, you know, and put it on those composition books, you know.
Okay.
And
So,
some school teachers in our area that are
uh-huh.
in charter schools, they like black and white images for their classrooms for billboards, you
Mm-hmm.
know, things like that.
Okay. So, with the first part, what would be your theme for the images? What would you want your art to say on your project?
An encouragement for children um, to be professionals.
Okay.
Or it doesn't have to necessarily be professional. You know what I mean?
Okay. What like age range? Just to get a little.
I would say like first, second, and third. So what is that? Um,
That's about
six to eight.
8, give or
Mhm.
take. All right, so please provide ideas for images for kindergarten. Ooh, I can't spell today. Kindergarten to, you said second grade?
Yeah. Mhm.
Second grade.
I think I like to get them young. So, start on them then.
Like the babies.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let me go ahead and make this a little bit smaller. And I'll go over what I just did. So I asked Chad to please provide ideas for images. This is for kindergarten to second grade. So right off the bat, ChatGPT listed out 6 ideas. Okay, so we have animal party, space adventure, underwater discovery, magical garden, dinosaur land, and fantasy castle. So out of these options, Ms. Claret, which one would you, just as a sample, so we could work on how to build it?
Dinosaur land. I have some little ones that love dinosaurs.
Awesome. Okay, so let's do number 5. Let's see what chat gives us.
I like the way you started that out. I wouldn't have thought about that. Oh, that's cute.
And there we go. So when you have that idea, right, of I want to create something, but I don't know what, just put the idea in chat and say, hey, I have this idea. Can you help me create this image? And then as you continue to build on it, you can go in this prompt and then just amend it. If you want to add something, take something out, change the art style, that's when the creativity starts flowing and that's when you start building on it.
Right, right.
But, I don't want you to think every time you come to the system, you have to have it all mapped out.
Gotcha. I understand that. Mm-hmm.
I know there's sometimes with me, even with my class, building my class schedule for June, I'm like, okay, what am I going to teach? What are we going to discuss? And I actually had ChatGPT help me out, in deciding that. So one thing I love about it, it helps you bring your idea out in full.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, thank you. Because as
you're
I see
welcome.
that, I can see like taking parts of it out to make a little affirmation at the bottom for a post. Little ones, new adventure. They're going to be with different kids.
Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I can't wait to see those images you create, Miss Claret.
Oh, okay. I'm working on a pocketbook right now.
That's right. Put Miss Claret on a hot seat with thinking of images.
Yes, yes, yes. We want to see that beautiful art. Match that beautiful smile. Come on. There we go. Awesome. Well, I thank you for that, Miss Claret. You have any other questions for me?
No, honey. I'd have you on here all day.
All right. All right. Anyone else? Any other questions or comments? Okay. So if we are all good to go, we can go ahead and sign off. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the Facebook group, Harmony's Divine Design Art. Just shoot me a quick message and I'll be there to help you out. All right. So I thank everybody for coming today. It's always wonderful to see your wonderful faces and teach something new. And yeah. All right. So have a great day, everybody. You take care. Talk to you soon.
You're in for a delight. Gonna spread some love. Gonna make you feel fine.